Commander, as I feared, GDI has retaliated with their usual shock and awe. It seems a single GDI commander from the northeastern zone has rallied their forces much sooner than expected. Not only have they driven us from these blue zones, they are decimating our yellow zone strongholds all over the map. We should never have been so aggressive. But who dares tell Kane he's overreaching without fear of punishment? Please, forgive my insolence, Commander. You must understand, I only want what is best for the Brotherhood. The thought of losing this war. No. We will not lose. If Kane wants aggression, we will obey. This worked in the Second Tiberium War. It should work here. You must channel the enemy forces like water in this region. Dam the attacking flow around their targets in Brazil. This yellow zone is our most pressing concern. We have a lab here drawing heavy GDI fire. Kane insists we hold this facility at any cost. I wish I could tell you more, Commander. But even I do not know what is going on inside of there.
Word of warning, brother. Watch your backside. Gillian didn't get to be number 2 by looking out for others. She's got her own agenda. Why do you think Kane didn't tell her about what's going on down in Brazil? I can trust you, right? So what I hear is Kane's building some sort of Tiberian weapon down there. That's why all the hush-hush. We're gonna wipe out GDI in one big bang. Man, is Kane brilliant or what? First things first, GDI's throwing the old monkey wrench. They got troops closing in on the lab as we speak. You gotta hold the line and clear out any forces they have left in the area so we can transport the stuff. As you can see, I'm on my way to Sao Paulo now, Commander. Front row tickets to the fireworks.
Intelligence data updated. Incoming transmission. This Nod research lab holds a device important to Kane. It must be protected from GDI assaults at all costs.
Welcome back, Commander.
EMP coil upgrade allows the Raider buggy to temporarily disable any mechanical unit.
This research lab is important to Kane. We must not fail.
Where's the next raid? Let's go find him.
So, we have quite a bit to cover. First off, the Raider buggy's EMP coil is kind of... I'm not really going to use it because, well...
Ready!
It's a lot to micromanage, and you have to throw units into the enemy's, essentially, like, their main group. Like, if you're attacking in groups, etc., you're sacrificing a unit to potentially EMP... I don't know. At this point, I kind of just feel like it's better to, push through or just kill everybody. Damage mitigation is not something that is super important right now.
Raider here.
You probably also get a really good idea as to how defenses can be maybe a little OP.
Where's the next raid? Ready to go.
Granted, I'm sure that there's some patch notes that say that the turret damage was reduced and perhaps their HP as well. But when you can get a good sort of coverage for them, they can be pretty strong. I think the problem with some of them is just that the way that they turn around...
Nice job, Commander. Now you need to keep that lab safe so Kane can work his magic.
Repairing.
You can't really set them to look at something specific, so you always have to worry about them turning around and having to pivot and so on. Now, to get to the cutscenes as well, it's important to note that Qatar does not seem all that confident in Kane's ability, which, in my eyes, heresy, and she should probably be eliminated for it. And AJ sort of agrees with that. It's also kind of telling that for moving from base to base, they don't seem to have a very confident outlook on securing intelligence. I understand that you'll have some things that are pretty hush-hush and should be, kept under wraps, but you would think that the guys directly in your command post moving things is one of those groups. Now, we do have finally access to the Scorpion tank. We can see that it has a very different look from tanks of prior entries in this series. It's more of a trike than anything, with a pivoting rear base.
Insufficient funds.
There's not too much to worry about in this first part. Honestly, you might even be better off just taking out the harvester, building up your own base, and just getting a lot of money.
Unit under attack.
You're not backing down. The Scorpion's ready. Got it.
Incoming transmission. GDI has built up a large base to begin an assault. This base threatens the research lab. It must be destroyed.
In position.
Surprisingly, the AI is quite timid in this mission. The only time I felt any real pressure was the start, when you're getting attacked for the first few waves. And I guess having the money to expand your base or build up your tech, and then, send some units of Black Hands and etc. to take out this forward post. I didn't really come under any attacks, to be honest. It was kind of strange. In any case, one of the bigger hiccups here is that, well, you have to go through some buildings. I didn't have any full health Black Hands, so it's kind of a little speed bump to progress. Now, once you clear out these buildings, there's nothing really stopping you. There's no major line of defense. And frankly speaking, there's one way to kind of get around a lot in this mission. I'm also back to forwarding videos because, well, look, these missions can be interesting, and it's cool that we finally see blue Tiberium. We don't ever harvest it. It's not an info thing for whatever reason. But, there's a certain level of it doesn't really need to be shown. Otherwise, I would just be staring at some buildings or at some units ready to deploy. Now, attacking through the main gate is kind of silly, and I'm doing it in a way just to show it off. And two, because I was very curious as to how Scorpion tanks would perform with their new, I guess they're not railguns, they're like laser cannons or something. And to just go through that way.
On the move.
And, well, GDI doesn't really have anything on the far side or rear of its base. So, yeah. They don't really attack with the orcas for some reason, and they seem to lack a harvester, so they don't have money and they're not going to produce units. I feel like this is the second or third time this has happened in the campaign so far, and I honestly don't know why. But frankly, I'll take advantage of it, if only because in one of the most recent videos that I've recorded, it took me about 5 tries and an hour and a half. So I'm just kind of alright with, an AI that's quite lackluster. For the moment, anyways. The other thing I don't tend to check beforehand is the special intel. And frankly, the sometimes comes at a disadvantage because I end up just having to build all of the new things to see if any of them trigger any secret intel. That's kind of why I built an anti-air tower back in my forward post. But nothing seems to trigger anything, so, well, we'll just go to the next mission.
They're nothing! The Scorpion's ready. Scorpion tank.
Mission accomplished.